President Obama, George Clooney, and Julia Roberts.
Former President Trump meets with House Speaker Mike Johnson, North Carolina Congressman, later today. There's Mar-a-Lago Estate in Palm Beach, Florida. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, we're going to check and see if all the stuff is working. I guess it is.
I've got everything on my end working.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Lima Charlie there, good buddy. Lima Charlie.
Yes.
I'm Rayford Brown.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And Kelly is on the way. She her car fell off the jack while she was changing a tire this morning.
No, it didn't. She had a jack incident, but not that kind of jack.
What kind of jack incident did she have?
She's got a jack like I've got a jack. Both dogs.
I got a
both our
jack in my
dogs are
Jeep.
named Jack.
Oh, your dog's named Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And her dog needs a little bit extra special in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. My Jack is going like, yeah, I'll see you later.
Get out of here.
All he cares about is the food bowl.
Well, we're about halfway through the month of June. Gracious, where did
Can
it
you
go?
believe that?
Just to bring you up to speed, 1 week from today, we will be exactly 6 months away from
Are you serious? Do not do that.
Christmas.
Oh, God. I'm just getting over the stress of last Christmas.
that
Getting the
was
pocketbook back.
that was so long ago, I don't even remember. Had some great food yesterday.
What did you have?
I had hamburgers.
On the grill?
Yeah, but I didn't cook them, which is even better.
Oh, I love hamburgers on the grill and hot dogs on the grill.
I had a hot dog.
I like mine kind of burnt.
I'm having a hot dog for breakfast.
Are you?
I brought it home with me.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
You know, growing up all my life, you know, everybody's like, you don't eat hot dogs. They're bad for you.
Well, I'm going to be bad then today.
My tummy likes them.
Yeah, Marty, son-in-law and daughter and granddaughter, they fixed a nice little perfect dinner for Father's Day yesterday. So that was just absolutely
That
ideal.
is wonderful.
Had some French fries and hot
That's
hamburger.
right. It was Father's
And he's got
Day.
this new grill.
Oh.
He plugs it into the wall
Oh, really?
and he puts pellets down in it. And I said, what, rabbit pellets? No, not them kind of pellets, some kind of wood pellets. But I didn't know exactly what he had, but that thing cooks and it gives a flavor much better than charcoal, much better than wood fire.
Wow.
Even the charcoal on a leftover, the coals left over from a wood fire,
Yes.
it's better than that.
That's
And
pretty
it's controlled
cool.
and he cooked, and he was able to cook it. Yes, there was a slight amount of pink on the inside, and those burgers were just like, where did all this come from? Why don't I have one of these? But I know where he keeps it.
Well,
So when he's not home,
Well, maybe next Father's Day. Maybe
Yeah.
next Father's Day, or maybe Christmas, you'll see one with a bow on it.
yeah, well, I don't know. I got to go pick
I
it
know
out and see what
Kenny
I
and
want.
Marty's listening, going like, "Shh, don't encourage this."
I don't even know what that I want. That was a big one,
Oh,
and I'm not going to throw any more parties.
I'd love to have a small Blackstone, the flat grill.
They
But
got one of those
but
too,
the
but it's
thing
big.
about it is, I don't cook that much.
Yeah, well, shame on you.
I know it. Well, when you're cooking for one,
Well, yeah, but you could cook for the neighborhood or, whatever.
why would I do that?
Don't you like your neighbors?
I love my neighbors. I have the best
Well,
neighbors.
that was one reason to cook for them, unless
Yeah.
you don't cook good.
I'll tell you one thing about my neighbors is whenever there's issues in the area, everybody is right on it.
Uh-huh.
We had a household about 10 houses down from me last week. It was early evening. They had their garage door open, but they had people in the house coming in and out.
Right?
But that didn't stop three little hoodlums from going into their garage stealing bikes.
Hoodlums.
Well, I just happened to be out in the street when they passed by my house, and the
Uh-huh.
language from these kids.
Oh, yeah.
It was really to the point I went back into the house until they passed to go back out to the mailbox because you could tell they were looking for trouble. But long story short, good news. Through everyone's video ring doorbells and such,
Yeah.
the police were able to track their movements,
Aw.
track them all the way back to where they lived across Scum Branch.
Uh-huh.
And the bicycles got the bicycles back,
Okay.
which is a good
That's a
thing
good thing.
because I'm not going to say who it was, but the house they stole from, They better be glad that
Wait till court time, right?
they
Gonna be a-
don't want to
Gonna
go.
be a
Did they
bad
tell
day.
him? I know whose house it was. Did they tell him?
I don't know. I just know that the police did locate one of the juveniles at least, and they got the bikes back. And I'm thinking of all houses to steal from. That was not good. In fact, I have one of their little pouches that go on the bike somehow ended up in my mailbox on Saturday.
Really, that's
Yeah.
illegal.
So I
Unless
let
the
them know.
mailman put it there.
I wonder
No,
if they thought it was your house.
somebody could have been walking by and
Yeah.
saw it laying in my yard. It
Oh,
could
that
have,
could be.
and thought
Yeah.
it was mine and threw
If
it
you
in there.
do that
So,
hanging on the mailbox,
Yeah.
don't put it inside the mailbox.
yeah, because we could charge you postage for that.
uh,
But not that I would. But I contacted them and let them know I had it and that
I just
Come
don't.
by and-
I don't want just anybody putting stuff in my mailbox. You
Right.
understand? There was the story many years ago. Hey, Kelly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome aboard.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Okay.
She was worn out from the
It-
ghost tour.
That was
A
amazing.
ghost tour.
That
Yeah,
was-
we'll-
it
we'll-
wasn't a ghost tour. It was a ghost exploration.
Well,
Uh-huh.
she'll talk about that in a
It was
minute.
awesome.
Yeah, I want to hear the story.
Yeah. Many years ago, there was a story, and
Mhm.
the rural mailbox beside the road, right?
Right.
Long driveway, and the little punks in the neighborhood, they found a creepy crawler critter, and they put it in there. Well, the guy opened it up, and he got bit. It's a rattlesnake. That
Yeah,
becomes a very dangerous
Yes.
situation. And it's kind of like, I got to lower our mailbox out here because it's a perfect thing for my height. I just open it up and look inside, but Robbie has to, or feel down inside. I'm
No.
not going to put my hand down there.
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to move the mailbox every time I think about it. I
well,
think about it, but I don't do
I
it
could
right
tell
then, so
you
I won't be doing it.
stories of what I've found in mailboxes when I
Uh-huh.
go to open the mailbox. There's been stories of people stuffing puppies in there, kittens in there.
Puppies.
Yes, in mailboxes. And let me tell you, I had this one over here in the Killam Loop area. There was a bird that had built a nest
In the
in
mailbox.
in the
Oh, my.
paper box that, remember, everybody used to
Okay,
have
yeah,
the
yeah,
red
yeah,
plastic
yeah.
paper, and
Yeah.
it was right next to the mailbox. So I always knew that when I drove up there, just to drive up slow
Mhm.
to rattle the bird, and he would fly out.
Or
well,
she.
or yes. Well, one morning, wasn't thinking. Thank goodness I had the windows down. Because when I pulled up there, that thing came out. It flew in one window across my face and out the other.
That's
Ah,
awesome.
Surprise, surprise.
You want to
surprise.
talk about getting a little excited?
Back on this date, the year was 1885. The city was New York. New York Harbor, to be exact, a big old boat had dropped off a bunch of crates, 200 of them. 200 big crates. You got to ship it on a ship.
Right. Yes.
200 big
Container
crates.
ships, yes.
They began putting this stuff together, the Tinker Toy set.
I love Tinker Toys.
And then today we have the
Yes.
Statue of Liberty.
Really?
That's where it came from. That's
That's
happened on
pretty
this day.
cool.
Copper and iron statue, reassembled, dedicated the following year in a ceremony presided over by U.S. President Grover Cleveland, became known around the world as an enduring symbol of freedom and democracy. Mentioned nothing about illegal immigration, but that's the way things were going. So anyway, 1886, it went. It was there for all to see. That was an undertaking. Think about it.
So,
And they did it in a year.
so they didn't actually
You didn't-
build it
how-
here.
No, it
They-
was built. It came from France.
Right. I thought I remembered that.
They had to put all the parts together.
That's crazy.
You know, how long did it take to get that road paved out here? The 5.5 miles of road between here and Highway 24.
10, 15
They
years.
seem like it, but in a year they assembled something from parts. I don't even know that it had instructions,
Mhm.
but they assembled it. They had crews from France to come in too, who knew what they were doing with it. But they put it together in less than a year and had it ready to roll.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Kelly Knapp.
Okay, just wanted to make sure you knew who you were.
I know who I am.
So Jack had a problem.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Got a lot of mess to clean up.
Literally, yes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, no.
That's what I was guessing.
Hmm. I stepped in it and everything.
Oh,
Do you
no.
have your shoes on?
I had socks on. I had to find a new sock.
Oh.
Yes. So yeah, hot mess. Literally.
Hey, Robin, wake up, go clean the socks
I'm sure there's not a person
Ugh.
that is listening
with a dog.
with a
doesn't
dog
know.
or a cat that has not done that.
Yeah.
So
And
anyway.
cats are worse cleaning up because, well, I'm not
I
going to
don't
go
have
there.
a cat, so
But
yeah. Have my
it's
sweet
just
Jack.
slimy.
Yeah. Ugh. No, this was enough.
Slip sliding away. Huh?
Mhm.
They have a song about that.
It was a song. Yeah.
Yes.
When the crew of the sports fishing boat Game Time hooked up with a big blue marlin a few minutes before the end of the first day, just not long before the end of the first day of the Big Rock Marlin tournament last Monday, 1 week
Mhm.
ago today, they were hoping that their fish would be the one to take the prize money, and their dreams came true. It was the second fish caught that day, weighing in at 516 pounds. Of course, even though it was at the top of the leaderboard, every day brought chances that not only could it be bumped out of first place, depending upon how the week developed, it could have been moved way down the list for prize money, as the first big fish of the year many times have been bumped way down. Saturday, when it was all over, even though several nice fish were brought to the scales, it was all game time. Their first place netted the team $1.8 million. Yay. Release was actually the first boat to weigh a fish over 500 pounds caught on the first day, and the crew walked away with the fabulous fisherman payout of $1.7 million. Release also finished second in the tournament, adding another 500 grand to the total pot. It got more money than first place.
Yes.
Builder's Choice came in third with a 431-pound marlin, and was the second and the only boat. It was the only boat to meet all of the criteria for the Level 6 Super 20 prize money. Don't even ask me to explain it. I've explored it. I cannot explain what the Level 6 Super 20 prize money is all about.
Right.
And I'm sure other people could explain it to my satisfaction. I read it, reread it. I said, I understand this. And then I went back and did it again. I said, I'm not going to go there.
I
Their
understand
payout-
it, but I couldn't explain it.
Their payout, a cool $1.48 million.
Yes.
Huh,
And Saturday,
3 big payouts.
Saturday, they voted three
Yeah, it's either 3 or 4. I forgot which
or
it was.
4, but the first ones, the last one that came in met the criteria over 400. The others were just short of being
Yeah.
400 pounds
Whoops.
and couldn't use them.
Big payout again this year. Along with the prizes, a lot of money generated by the Big Rock Tournament goes to help fund any number of great causes in this area. Not to forget the amount of money that local businesses made as a spinoff from the tournament. Restaurants, hotels,
Yes.
souvenir shops, whatever. There's people came from
Right.
here, there, and everywhere else.
Look, last year, my sister and I bought some merchandise, Big Rock
Uh-huh.
t-shirts. We haven't done my hat that I wore this weekend. It's not cheap, but knowing that a great portion of that money goes to charities, you
Yep.
don't mind.
No, it's
paying.
good. Not a problem.
Right.
All right, so I'll see you next year.
Okay.
Maybe I'll be on assignment if the lottery pays off.
I'll be the first mate. I'll be glad.
Yeah.
Kelly have to
Okay.
show all week by herself.
It's okay.
Well, we'll do it from Moorhead. Not a problem.
Yeah, we could do it from where. Yeah,
We
we
can do
could.
it from the boat. We'll do satellite phone stuff.
Yeah, that
do
would
it all
be
the
cool.
time. All right. Well, a lot to talk about today. I'm going to have to leave early, so it's going to be up to the ladies. Good luck.
Okay.
Y'all have fun.
Kelly's like,
Y'all
whatever.
will have fun. And
Yeah,
coming
we'll
up
be
at
fine.
7:30 this morning, we're going to talk with Onslow Tourism Director Salem Clark. I hadn't talked to her last week, but I had a question. Still got a question. With all the hoopla about, and I hate to mention it, but we're going to have to because it's part of what's going on. The potential for storms this year is greatly increased. So I wonder how the tourism department is looking right now,
Ooh,
and how the rentals are going. From what I hear,
that's a
they're
good-
sold out.
Oh, I'm sure.
close to
I'm
it.
sure. Yes.
So I don't know. We'll talk to Salem in about 15 minutes. The John Stars Electric severe weather tip for the day. We know that severe weather in the form of strong thunderstorms that spawn tornadoes can quickly develop with little notice. Those are the times when you have to spring into automation. Luckily, most of the time they are short-lived and we're in the recovery and cleanup mode. With tropical systems, we get updates and warnings well in advance, perhaps, though the initial notices are very general. Forecasters look at weather patterns along possible paths of systems. That helps them narrow down possible directions of travel and, as time goes by, the potential for development. For instance, a system that has developed over Central America along the Yucatan Peninsula being watched right now. Weather patterns from the west coast all the way through the southern United States are being examined, as they will dictate any formation and direction this system could take. Now is the time you should be reviewing your plan of action, working on a checklist to make sure that you have completed at least some of the initial elements of the plan. As the summer season is, as we know, the summer season is the time when most of us have vacation and travel plans. If you are in that category, the movement and development of a tropical system will be of utmost importance. Even if your plans for travel would not be impacted should the storm move in your direction, you want to make sure you have taken steps to safeguard your home. Part of that planning includes neighbors and relatives. If you're not available to take care of preps, hopefully your contact people will assist with the final preparations and security in the event a storm impacts our area. The loss of power that could continue for an extended time after a storm can have as much impact as any damage done to your home. This is especially true if you have, like so many of us these days, taken advantage of bulk purchases of beef, pork, or seafood. It's not uncommon to have 100 pounds of shrimp or beef in your freezer. I know, I lost it all in 2018. If the power is down for 2 days or longer, that could result in not only a monetary loss, but the cleanup you don't want to know. Now is the time to reach out. Now is the time to power up your life with a standby Generac generator from John Stars Electric. Even if you're thousands of miles away, your generator will come on automatically to keep your freezers and the rest of your household operating. And with today's technology, the John Stars team will set up your smartphone so you can monitor the generator while you're chilling on a tropical island. You can even monitor the fuel in your tanks. John Stars Electric, your Generac generator dealer that provides you with turnkey and worry-free service, available now, 910-989-1908. We'll be right back. Don't go too far from your radio. We've got the complete weather outlook for this week in just a moment.
This is your Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off, then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Feeling trapped with that old phone? Don't. Getting a new phone is easy. Come into Verizon and get one of our best phones on us with Select Trade-In on Unlimited Ultimate Plan and get a plan that helps you save by only paying for what you need. Act now and get a brand new phone at your Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate Plan required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied for 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR. Trade-in conditions apply.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
When it comes to paint and paint supplies, whether a contractor or homeowner, since 1957, people have depended on Jacksonville's premier paint store, CNS Paint, for all their paint, painting supplies, and accessories, as well as providing expert knowledge in helping with a particular paint project. CNS Paint, with locations in Jacksonville at 6 Doris Avenue, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, and 105 Wayne Drive, Morgan City. CNS Paint is close and convenient to cover the Crystal Coast with quality PPG paint for any project, residential or commercial. Color is often the first impression of a home or community. PPG's team of designers, experienced in both new home construction and residential repaint, have compiled over 2,000 color schemes to provide you with a selection that appeals to homeowners. A beautiful and lasting paint job starts with quality PPG paint. For more information, phone 910-455-0210 or visit CNS Paint, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, or 105 Wayne Drive in Morgan City, or online, cspaintcenter.com. CNS Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Welcome to Lincoln & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the Carrier experts. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, USME.
And the Marine Forecast brought to you by Community Prevention Services. Counselors are available for consultation, evaluation, and recommendations that can help you with a wide range of issues. As you would expect, PTSD diagnosis is not unusual in this area. We have a large population of military personnel here, and we seem to be in never-ending wars like no time in the past. Post-traumatic stress can be a thing for those who deal with life and death situations every day as well. We always think of emergency responders, firefighters, EMS personnel, law enforcement officers. Don't forget the 911 dispatchers. They deal with every call that comes in here. Oh my. Consider the medical personnel, especially those who work in emergency departments, nurses, doctors, everybody there. They have got to take a lot home with them. If you've been in a wreck or in some kind of an industrial accident, even if you've witnessed such an incident, you may have lingering effects. Sometimes those effects can result in PTSD. It can have major adverse effects on your family life, cause problems on your job, and actually cause medical issues that you may not initially recognize as being stress-related. That's one reason you need to share everything you know that you have with your primary care physician. How close to being accurate am I?
Very close.
Must have lived some of this stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm.
No, I got you right beside me. I hear it all the time. There's osmosis. I get what you go through on a regular basis, and you have to deal with some of these individuals every day.
Mm-hmm. Every day.
There's a PTS, which is what I call post-traumatic stress. It can evolve into, everybody has that if you're around any trauma. You're going to have some kind of impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it can become a disorder.
Yes.
Not always a disorder when it first happens.
Not
Post-traumatic
always.
stress is stress. I mean, some of us deal with it better than others. We
Mhm.
can't deal with it. It's a disorder, right?
And some people manage it for years.
Yeah. without anybody knowing.
Mhm.
Okay. Why don't you, the doctors that you go see, if you tell them, you share with them all of the issues like that, they can refer you to folks like your group, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they should be doing once they know everything there is to know about you. You don't have to wait for them to do that, of course. You can just give them a call, give the folks at Community Prevention Services a call right here in Jacksonville. Counselors are trained to recognize symptoms of PTSD as well as other causes of stress and can work with you to recognize, then deal with the issues. Call them today, 910-353-0972. They'll schedule an appointment so you can get on the road to reducing your stress levels, whatever the cause. You, your family, your friends, and coworkers will be glad you did. Offshore today, a great start to the week. Easterly winds 5 to 10 knots, increasing to 10 to 15 this afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. 3-foot waves from the east every 7 seconds, combining with 1-foot waves from the southeast every 13 seconds. It's looking pretty dang good out there. Sounds and rivers a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Tomorrow, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. 4-foot waves from the east every 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. And on Wednesday, it continues. Easterly winds 10 to 15 knot. Seas kick it up just a little bit, 3 to 5. Sounds and rivers only a moderate chop.
Today, sunny, high of 88. Tonight, clear, low of 64. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 86. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 65.
Mhm.
And on Wednesday, mostly sunny, a high of 87.
Okay, we got a guest here in the studio we're going to be talking with in just a second. We'll likely be talking about what is currently dubbed disturbance number 1 as the week wears on. Not because it's likely to affect interest in this neck of the woods, but simply because it's the first system of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season that could impact someone somewhere. Right now, disturbance 1 is over Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula and seems to be inching its way to the northwestern Caribbean Sea towards the Gulf of Mexico. Obviously, over warm ocean water, intensification is possible, probably likely. The closest to making any predictions comes from the National Hurricane Center, where they're saying that intensification could result in this system becoming a tropical depression by midweek. A depression has winds lower than those in a tropical storm. As far as the direction of travel, it says early signs show it moving towards the west or west-northwest. That would take it kind of away from us. That's early. That's as far out as they want to go. You might want to consider this as a training scenario, dusting off or creating a severe weather plan of action. You can get suggestions for a plan at ready.gov. Scroll down to the bottom where it lists Make a Plan. A basic outline will be found there. Okay, we're back. And in the studio, in this corner, we have Salem Clark. Good morning, Salem. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are y'all?
I'm doing fine here. And I know you hate to hear those words that I was just talking about too. But the good news is I said it was going west, northwest, possibly.
Yes.
Go away.
Yes.
That would be the best thing in the world. Salem, I'm sure you got your sources, and they're always talking to you about what's going on and how the vacation rentals are going, which is a big source of income for both the owners of properties in Onslow County, but also for everybody.
Yes.
Tourism in itself makes a lot of
Yes.
money from the rentals, right?
Yes. We've been seeing great numbers coming out so far from our occupancy tax, and our forecast does show steady
Good.
Occupancy tax for the summer too. So we try to work closely with the upcoming storms too, to stay in contact with the county. We also have a system that the hotels can input their availability if we do have a storm that comes through.
Okay. So even after a storm, I'm sure. In the past, let's just say, I think that once a storm forms and it may be heading in our general direction, a lot of people get a little gun shy that may have rentals already and they cancel.
Some do, some don't. It's just you kind of watch the storm. I know I've done a vacation when a storm was coming in.
Uh-oh.
I was brand new into North Carolina, so we kept calling our vacation rental to ask them questions, but we ended up getting out there. They talked us through the process too,
Okay, good.
which is which is what hopefully our vacation rentals are doing here
if the
too.
if the folks out there who are planning to come to Eastern North Carolina, maybe there should be some education. Here's what you can look at, and here's a couple of websites you can go to, so you don't get too scared and don't cancel too early, that kind of stuff. Because like right now, the storm down near Mexico, Yucatan area, that's way too early to be making decisions about what will happen here. Even one coming off the coast of Africa, where a lot of our bad storms are formed. Last year we had, I don't know how many to form up there. They got about halfway across the Atlantic, turned north, then turned northeast and went away.
Yes.
That was a pattern last year, which was a great pattern to have. I enjoyed every bit of it. It affected nobody except some ships at sea, and they were able to maneuver around them. So, things like that are great things, but you need to have that access. You need to be able to look at it so you don't get completely afraid and screw up your vacation.
Yes. And we always try to follow whatever the county is putting out too, and follow their warnings along with, we do work with the state tourism office. They coordinate with us too, to put in a plan to let visitors know about any storms coming in.
That's good. And even if, let's just say a storm does make its way towards us around the 1st of August, that does not mean fall vacation should be canceled.
No.
It would have to be a catastrophic storm to do something like that.
We're hoping that does
And
not
that's not going to happen.
It's not.
We're just going to say that's not going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, we can plan for the worst, but hope for the best as always. And you say things are looking good at the beaches?
Yes. We are seeing steady bookings coming in during the summer. Hopefully those continue. We also have lots of great events coming up too that will also make it great. Of course, we have all our 4th of July events that are coming up. There's quite a few. I had to write all of them down.
Yeah, they don't all happen on the 4th. Some of
No.
them start early, some of them run late. So
Yes.
it's always good.
Yeah, one of our first ones is the Fish Strong Foundation in Hubert. Theirs is actually going to be June 22nd at 4
June
p.m.
22nd,
Mhm.
that's like Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
So theirs is coming up pretty quickly. Richlands is having their Freedom Fest on June 30th. They'll have live music and games and vendors out there. Then on July 3rd is the Swansboro Independence Day celebration, 6 to 10, so the night before. And then actually on July 4th will be Freedom Fest by Onslow Parks and Rec. That will be out at Onslow Pines from 3 to 9.
Gonna be a biggie.
Huh?
That's a biggie.
Yes,
Always a biggie.
that's a really big one. And then ELJ Farms is having their first 4th of July concert and fireworks this year.
Wonderful. Oh wow, there's lots of good stuff happening. So, if you might want to start making plans now for that. You could go from one to the other. You can celebrate the 4th all week long. In fact, you can start it for 2 weeks out.
Yes.
This weekend.
Yeah, and then of course Ocean City Jazz Fest, their big event is always July 5th through the 7th down at North Topsail Beach.
Yeah, let's talk about Ocean City. We don't hear a lot about it.
Yes.
It is a place.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of locals know about it.
Yes, so definitely great history there. Actually, at the museum, Missile and More Museum, they have actually done a exhibit on Ocean City Beach that you can go down and learn about them. We also have information about them on our African American Heritage Trail sign too.
That was traditionally back in my day in the 50s, 60s, and even into the early 70s. That was where local African Americans would gather, and it was an impromptu type thing. But they all just gathered there. They thought it was cool, and they gathered together and came together as families, as friends, and as cultures. And they celebrated. They cooked. They did all sorts of cool things.
And I was going to say during the festival on the Saturday of that weekend of July, they do a hike and learn. So someone will take you around the neighborhood and tell you about the history. It's really, really informative, and it's really neat to hear the story from the community that was there during that time. But that Friday night, they're kicking off again with their all white attire. Festivities.
Beach stuff, yeah.
Yes. And then, of course, Saturday and Sunday, they'll have their jazz bands out there through most of the days or through the night. And
Jazz is for everyone.
Yes.
For all cultures.
Yes. And I believe this year, if you go to their website, they're doing a special bourbon tasting that you can sign up for too. So definitely be sure to check out Ocean City Jazz Fest. Look up their website. Lots of activities they got planned for that weekend.
Sounds good. Anybody have a question, give us a call now. We'll take a break. But if you got a question about some of the events and what to know about Onslow County and maybe where to go, and give us a call, and Salem will be glad to address it. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
WSME.
Howdy, howdy, peeps. The Richlands Piggly Wiggly is back again this week with some sizzling deals for Dad. Grab some T-bone steaks for $8.99 a pound and throw them on the grill. It will definitely leave a smile on your dad's face. Get you some whole boneless pork loin for $1.99 a pound. Now that's a deal. Add to cart. We have some fresh Athena cantaloupes for $2.99. Now, why was the farmer mad at his wife? Because she said they can't elope. But our fresh cantaloupes are sure to cheer them up. Get you some local North Carolina grown blueberries, 2 pints for $5, and make Dad a delicious blueberry cobbler. That's all for this week, folks. Get to shopping at the Richlands Piggly Wiggly and stay piggy.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway is Jacksonville's oldest tire company, and now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, B.F. Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible in the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control, from traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high-back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back in the studio. Salem Clark she is the director. She is in charge of the Onslow County Tourism. board. And Salem, I know you guys stay busy year round.
Yes.
And I know that even before the tourist season gets underway, you guys have been working. You work all winter long trying to get forward the season.
Yes. I always tell people normally spring and fall are our busiest months. We're trying to get people to come in. Of course, we're always advertising through every season. But oftentimes when we get to take vacations is often during the summer too, because at that point they've come.
Yep.
And we've done our job to get them here.
Not a whole lot more you can do right then, right?
No.
Yeah, just get ready for the next year.
Yes.
You also have a big event coming up September, the 53rd Shrimp Festival.
And I was at the first one.
Yes.
The first
wow.
one.
The first one, yeah. 1970 something. I was there shooting video for WITN.
Oh, that's pretty
wow.
cool.
That's
on
really
film,
cool.
16 millimeter motion picture film.
Yeah, we do have some of our larger festivals coming up. One of our first ones is the North Carolina Pacific Arts Festival.
Yes.
That's June 28th and 29th of this month.
We need to get Raquel in. No, that's not Raquel. That's Mary. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need to get her in. Talk about this.
We got all sorts of fish type festivals. You got the Mullet Festival
Yes.
down in Swansboro in the fall. You've got the Shrimp Festival. And Jacksonville used to have a fish festival for 1 year.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it was. The Chamber of Commerce came up with an idea.
Mm.
I'm not sure who that ex-Chamber of Commerce leader was at the time, but he became an ex.
Oh, no.
They had something called the Skate Festival.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what skates are, don't
I
you?
do.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're not, it's
No,
not something you want to. I think an oyster festival for this area. I mean, we've got some of the best oysters in the world, Stump Sound oysters.
be
Okay.
pretty cool.
Wouldn't that be good? They have an oyster festival down in Varnumtown, I think it is, in Brunswick County. Onslow County needs an oyster festival.
We'll definitely have to look into that. We definitely promote our oysters
Oh,
in
we do.
Honey. So,
And they go like hotcakes.
yeah, we actually visit Jacksonville, did coordinate with our state magazine. So in the next upcoming one, or it might be in the one that's already out, they feature Southern Breeze Seafood. A really large story talking about
They've got
the
some
origins.
good fresh seafood there. That's
Mhm.
where I get my oysters.
Yes. So
Yeah.
seafood is always something we definitely push for our area because it's definitely something that really resonates.
I'm going to tell you, folks. A lot of folks who are local, we like to have oysters for Thanksgiving, along with that little bird, you know. But oysters are kind of like the premier event in a lot of homes, a lot of households in Eastern North Carolina for Thanksgiving. For those who don't eat oysters, there's a bird over there on the side. You can have that too. Some of it was left over from last year. It's just been in the refrigerator for a while. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay once the stuff clears your system. But the oysters are great. But my suggestion is, if that's what your plans are, order them now. Call John at
Yes.
at the oyster house there, the seafood house, and go ahead and order, because seriously, they do back up.
They do. Yeah. Oysters are such a great thing. And some of the promotion that we've done with the state, they've seen really great results
Mhm.
with our promoting our oyster farms here in Onslow County.
Yeah, there are some oyster. They're growing them here themselves, farming the stuff.
Yes.
It's a growing thing. First ones I had that were growing right there were, I don't know, probably 25 years ago. It was in its infancy at the time, and they put a bunch of oyster seeds in a bag and let them grow, and then they took them out and they attached them to other things, ropes and stuff, and dropped them overboard. We got fertile grounds for them.
Yes. Lots of them popping up all over our
Yeah.
all over our rivers and intercoastal waterways.
I tried to grow some in the hot tub one day. It didn't work. What? I threw some salt in there, figured that would help, and didn't work at all.
No.
Sea salt. Pink Himalayan sea salt.
All right. Well, one of the things I'm finding out from a lot of folks that I know from out of the area that like to travel here, sometimes our neighboring communities, they get a lot of publicity because of their beaches and their other attractions and whatever. And sometimes some people that I know said, that's just a little bit too noisy for me. I'm not looking for that much activity, I don't want to call it honky tonk because I'm not trying to disparage anybody, but you've got all the rides, you got to this and you got to that, you got it everywhere, wall to wall, kind of like Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
A lot of people I know don't like that. They're not looking for that. They're looking for a good place, quiet beach, and good food.
And that's how we promote ourselves.
Okay, good.
You come here for the beach, you come here for the food. That's mainly, it's more of a relaxing, nice vacation.
Yeah, you can chill.
Yes.
There you go.
Or if you want to find some specialty tours, we do offer some really unique specialty boat trips and different things like that.
Yeah,
so
there's lots of good fishing around here too. So you guys, if you like, even if you don't want to go in the ocean, there are a lot of really good charter captains that will take you in the intercoastal waterway and the rivers and whatever. You got great fishing around here, inside or offshore. So,
yes.
Anytime you need to check on something like that, it's kind of easy to do. If you drive by most tackle shops, you'll find something called the Fisherman's Post, and they always have something reserved in there, a section for the topsail and Steve's Ferry and then Points North, Swansboro area. They've always got sections in there. They got it all the way from the state line all the way up through Carteret County. So you may want to pick up one of those and take a look-see.
Yes.
You can find them online too. Just a plug for them. All right, Salem, anything else we need to know?
I definitely want to let people know too. So Karen Beasley Sea Turtle Hospital, along with North Topsail Beach, are doing turtle talks every Tuesday at 9 a.m. at the town hall there in North Topsail Beach. Really encourage people to go out. You can learn all about the sea turtles and ways to help protect them too.
Yeah, I need to get back up there. I haven't been there in a long time.
And the biggest thing we want to tell people, especially if you're on the beach or near the water down there, is to use amber light. It used to be red light was really important, but amber light they've shown is even a better solution to it. And North Topsail Beach does have some light bulbs down there. But if you are at the beach, we do always encourage lights out during the night. Please pick up any beach equipment on the beach as they can get trapped in those. And please pick up your trash and fill in your holes.
Please.
The biggest thing is please fill in your holes that you dig down at the beach.
A sea turtle, even a big sea turtle, can get caught. And I'll tell you, I was at Carolina Beach early one morning doing some photo work. A police officer there too. So I across, not literally, ran across where a big turtle had come up on land to lay her eggs. And some low-life excuses for human beings that I did not have the opportunity to have contact with caught her, turned her upside down. And as the sun comes up, that is not a good thing. I'm glad I was there shooting that. I called in because I needed some assistance.
Yes, they're quite heavy.
And I got, because this is before the days of cell phones, so I had a radio and I called in and I had 2 police officers there in just a few minutes. And one was the sergeant. I thought he was going to go livid. He wanted to start a major pain to find out who it was. And if we could have found him, there would have been somebody probably would still be in jail. So anyway, do not touch these sea turtles. Do not infringe them. If you see them coming out of the water, leave them alone. Back off.
Yes.
I did that. I did a turtle watch one night and got video of them laying the eggs and then going back into the sea. But if they're coming up and as they get into the shallows and if they get up on the beach, they see lights, they see activity, they turn around and go somewhere else. Leave them alone. You can see in the dark enough to see that because they generally come in when the moon or close to it. You can, and now's the peak, by the way, for the month of June. If you see them, just observe and wait for the lady to get up on the dune area, and she'll start digging. And at that point in time, you can move a little bit closer. No lights.
Yes.
Do not put any lights on her eyes, and you can just look and just be awe-inspired. I was and still am.
Yes.
Long ago.
But they're really great to go to those talks. I feel like I always learn something different every time I go and listen to it.
Yeah,
and
Ms. Beasley's great too, by the way.
Yes. And because what people don't understand is with how many turtles that come up, they lay so many eggs, but they say only 1 in 1,000
Pretty much.
makes it.
Well, a lot of times
Really?
they cordon
Mhm.
off these areas because there are predators on land.
Yes.
Everything from foxes to raccoons, they will go through and scavenge them. And idiots, two-legged ones, will do things that are just bad. So, and then even when they hatch, they'll make the run for the sea, but the seagulls are there.
Mhm.
So that's a problem. They lose a
Mhm.
bunch there. And then in the ocean, they're little tiny morsels of food
Yes.
for predators. So
Mhm.
protect every one of them that we can.
Yes.
I think I've said enough.
Yes.
Salem, thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
As always
for
for coming
having me
in.
Always a
out.
pleasure.
Yes.
Good information. Okay, and we'll see you again probably next month. I'm sure we'll have more to talk about. You're going on vacation when?
I'll be gone July 12th through the 27th. I will be a visitor
Nice.
myself in
Going
another
home?
country.
Oh, another country? Where were you going?
I am going to Sweden and Norway.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
It'll be a little cooler,
Yes.
especially
Very
if you go up high.
excited.
That sounds awesome.
All right, thank you. We'll see you when you get back.
Yes.
All right.
You're live at local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
AM 97.1 WSME.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
Home Connections of Beulahville is connecting people with the American dream of home ownership. In addition to single wides, double wides, and modular homes, Home Connections offers custom building and land home packages throughout eastern North Carolina just for you. Whether it be a single wide, double wide, modular home, or custom built dream home, Home Connections will make it happen. Home Connections sincerely wants you to have the American dream, your own home. Home Connections features homes by Clayton with a variety of floor plans and amenities to choose from, and many finance options available. Home Connections can make owning your own home affordable and simple. 50% of new home buyers at Home Connections are through referrals, and references are gladly provided. For your convenience, Home Connections in Beulahville is now open from 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 till 2 on Saturdays. Beautiful homes, friendly staff, and financing. All you need to do now is call Bobby or Reggie, 910-298-3387. That's 910-298-3387, or visit ourhomeconnections.com.
Home Connections, Highway 24, Beulahville, on your way to and from the beach.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Vacation season is here. That means fishing and fun. Make sure your car or truck is ready for the road with a visit to Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro. If your check engine light is on, you may be looking at an expensive repair bill down the road, complicated by extreme temperatures and an engine that's not prepared to handle it. The pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your battery, starter, and charging system, and repair air conditioning systems to keep you cool and tune up your engine. They do everything from oil changes to brakes and they carry a complete line of accessories. Battlefield Automotive are experts in both domestic and foreign car and truck repair and guarantee all their work using only ASC certified mechanics. Whether it's a battery, a simple hose, tune-up, or just getting your ride ready for a getaway, call 910-325-0828. Visit Battlefield Automotive today, 1214 West Corliss Road, in the friendly city by the sea in Swansboro. Again, for Battlefield Automotive, call 910-325-0828.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, up in the Carteret County area, we've got crews been working on the fire up that way, brush fire they're calling it. Had about 165 acres or so consumed as of yesterday. They have evacuated a number of areas around Atlantic. Some TV crews say it's still not contained, it's 0% contained. I think these are a lot of old reports as of last night. Some other TV crews are reporting that it has been partially contained. So I don't know what the status is. Maybe we'll find out when everybody wakes up today.
I agree, because last night I heard one thing, this morning I'm hearing another thing, and then you found stuff that goes to the original thing.
Yeah,
I
I go to several different sources right now, and the latest is there's nothing the latest. So it's kind of a confusing pile of mess, to be honest with you.
Most definitely.
Politics over the weekend, lots of it. I was just thrilled to death to watch it.
Let's
not about it. So I'm trying to figure out something. Trump. He was at a roundtable discussion at a church in Detroit Saturday. He was reaching out to black voters. I mean, he's been campaigning pretty hard in some areas where politicians don't always go, where they sometimes fear to tread. He didn't. He went. During the discussion, the pastor there told Trump that he was humbled by the former president's visit. The Reverend noted that neither former President Obama nor President Biden have been to what he referred to as the hood. Biden did attend the NAACP meeting. This was in Detroit, by the way. But according to Sewell, did not go anywhere else, especially the hood. Biden did show up, by the way, as we've noted, or somebody has noted, at a big event in LA over the weekend. Actors George Clooney and that lady, the pretty woman lady, they were there along with Obama.
Well, they held a fundraiser for Biden.
They did. Got a lot of money. Got a lot of star-struck people out there. Some of the folks out there were saying this morning, I was watching bright and early, well, early, not bright, but it was talking about, they attracted a lot of old people. And a lot of younger people are saying, well, you're not talking to us, though. You're talking to the older folks out there only.
Yeah.
And we're the ones that are going to vote you out, is what some of them were saying. I don't know about that. Young people don't generally vote.
True. No, they don't.
But Biden is, aged. There were no media allowed. But early morning, I saw this piece of video shot by somebody's with a decent camera from up high shooting down on the stage. And it was steady. So I made, the analysis that this was on a tripod of some sort or another, fairly tight shot. It had the two stars and Obama and Biden on stage. Obama was standing beside Biden, and they were told it's time to leave the stage. And everybody started to leave the stage, except Biden was just standing there looking like,
I saw that.
And then
yes,
Obama reached over, took his left arm, and he turned him towards him and he said, okay, something to the effect, I guess we got to go or whatever. So
time to leave,
he leads him off the stage. Sad.
Yeah,
it was very
is sad. It is sad.
It was very sad. I'm not sure why. God.
Well, last night
we shouldn't be doing that to people of that age.
they showed 3 or 4 instances just this week of Biden being confused on the stage and having to be let off.
I don't want to say that's why we not vote for him, but it's certainly not a reason to vote for him. And I'm blaming the Democrat National Committee and his wife. I'll continue to blame Dr. Jill.
Yeah.
She should be able to have more control, or at least exercise some control. I do not think the DNC should have that much control over her.
Right.
I agree with that.
I just
Can you imagine telling Mrs. Bush Senior
Mhm.
if the
She would've-
Republicans had told her, "You let George get out there and do this. Let him bring him on," and she would have said,
She
the
would have told him
words-
to pound sand.
Well, the paint would have peeled off
Yes.
the walls from the sources I've
I
heard
like.
when she
She
went
was
off.
a good lady.
Well, you know, there were times
She was
during Ronald
sassy.
Reagan's last of his presidency where his wife Nancy was having to help him, you know, a little bit
Yep.
with memory
Yep.
and such. But
Nothing like Biden.
and I just don't think Biden could go another 4 years.
No, he cannot.
I just don't think
I-
so.
Do you know? You know, I
Democrats
know.
have got to do something, and they're being stupid.
Well, I think that if you're gonna push Biden, you need to have somebody really super strong as the VP.
And that's not going to happen.
Because
Well, we
that's
don't have
who's
that
going to be
currently.
president.
That's not going to happen.
No.
All right, we're going to take a break, and I'm going to take a long break. I'll be back in 23 hours.
Please be careful driving today.
Why?
Because the roads are crazy.
Well, the roads are not crazy. It's the people on the roads that are crazy.
Well,
So
okay. Be careful of the people on the
Okay,
roads.
all y'all between here and Charleston, get out of my way. And if you don't like the way I drive, get off the sidewalk.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow morning after Fox News. Okay. Can I take over for Tim right now?
Go right
It's the
ahead.
Hen House Chronicles. You're live and local, Real
I knew it
Talk,
was
Freedom
coming.
97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Fox News is now.
CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. There's hot and severe weather in the forecast.
A heat wave is spreading east from the central U.S. across the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and the Northeast, with dangerous heat and humidity prompting warnings for millions of folks. Strong to severe thunderstorms are moving into the north central plains and the upper Midwest. Heavy rain could cause flash flooding, as well as the potential for hail, damaging winds, and isolated tornadoes.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean. President Biden meets with NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg today.
His visit comes just days after NATO countries moved ahead with a plan to relieve the U.S. of coordinating military aid to Ukraine and letting the military alliance take on that responsibility. That move seen by some insiders as a way to keep aid going if former President Trump gets reelected.
Fox's Jill Nato. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
All right, and we are back.
We are back.
Now we're back.
Yes, we're here.
Yeah.
Do you know yesterday marked the 121st anniversary of the trademark of Pepsi at Bradham's Pharmacy in New Bern, North Carolina?
Did not know that.
121 years. Did you know I'm reading this and you know what's in Pepsi? Well, they said Caleb Braham invented the drink in 1893 called Brad's Drink by mixing sugar, water, caramel, lemon oil, nutmeg, and other natural additives. I didn't know that's what was in Pepsi.
I did not know that either.
Then in 1898, he changed the drink's name to Pepsi Cola. In 1902, the Pepsi Cola Company was formed due to the rise in demand and popularity, and it became an official trademark in 1903. Happy birthday, Pepsi.
Well, when he changed the name, did he add anything to it? Or did he just say, I'm going to change the name?
It does not say, just going, but they added sugar, water. I wonder if we could make this at home.
You want to try it?
Nah, I have a feeling it would be a huge mess.
Well,
but
no, yeah.
Sugar, water, caramel, lemon oil, nutmeg, and other natural additives. What gives it the fizz?
Carbonation?
Yeah. Where do you get carbonation from?
Probably the carbonated water. I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
Who makes the carbonated water?
It's a good question. Don't have an answer.
Somebody knows. Call us.
Yeah.
I'd like to know. That's interesting, though.
Well, I've got a fun fact for you, because it's
Go
not
right
a good
ahead.
fact, but it's a fun fact nonetheless. So, in the last 2 months, in the good old city of Durham, they're averaging
Durham?
Durham, North
I know
Carolina.
what you're going to say because I read
They're
it every
averaging
day.
one person shot per day
Yes.
in the last 2 months. And what's even worse is on yesterday morning, another body was found on the side of the road,
Yes.
shot.
A driver found the
Yeah.
body on the side of the road.
Yeah.
You know, and like this morning, first thing I went on and checked my news alerts. Very first thing I saw, another shooting in Raleigh. So Raleigh and Durham,
Yeah.
they're just unreal. It's every day. Every day.
And then when I was there last week in Raleigh, you know, they had that shooting outside the Walgreens,
Right.
and a 3-year-old was critically injured.
Yes.
It's very sad. I just don't understand it. Durham's becoming like the Wild West.
It is. It's really super bad. It
Yeah.
just seems like everybody in Kinston is moving up to Durham. 'Cause, you know, Kinston and Lenore County and
Mhm.
Pitt County, they're bad too.
Mhm.
But Durham and Raleigh, phew, I don't know if I even want to go on a day trip up there.
I
It's gotten
agree.
so bad.
I agree with that. And I know someone that has just taken a job in Greenville, so they're going to be commuting from almost right outside of Richland, between Richlands and Jacksonville, to Greenville every day. And we were laughing about it yesterday, talking about in hurricane season, because you know the goal was to go up through Kinston. You may not be able to get there through Kinston if we have a storm because it floods.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. And
So we're like,
when during my
come up with your
last
plan.
my last years with the Postal Service, I detailed out to Charlotte and had an office in Kinston. And
Mhm.
so I had to travel to Kinston every day. And going down Gum Branch Road, if you had one accident on Gum Branch Road before you got to Rhodestown area, you had to turn around and come all the way back to Jacksonville and go 258. And the same thing in Kinston, you know, because
Mhm.
on that long stretch there on 258
Right.
heading into Kinston, there's no place to turn around. I mean, there's no side roads where you can cut through and go. And there was many of a time coming home, there was bad accidents, helicopters, like the life care helicopters landed, and we had to turn around. It's just, it's horrible, horrible. But I feel for them. When you said they had to go to Greenville, I was like,
No,
that's
that's
a lot every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. And then in Oregon at an amusement park, did you see that story yesterday? Was it there were these riders on this ride, they got trapped upside down.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I know somewhere, I think it was
And-
Disneyland that closed all the amusement park rides for
Well,
a day
this
or two,
one
but
even talks about was in Portland. If I read this right, and you know that's a big if right there, but the people that were commented talked about how you weren't supposed to be upside down. So I'm looking at the picture. I'm trying to figure out how this even. Hold on, you'll see it. How this even works? What do you mean you're not supposed to be upside down? Like it looks like one of those rides. You know where it takes you up to the top and then
Yes.
drops you down.
oh yeah,
That's what it looks like. And that's kind of creepy in itself. So it just says, you know, they absolutely, so it said they first responders came and they gave assistance. One person had to go to the hospital because they had a pre-existing medical condition, and the rest of them were just released and sent home. But you know,
you
it
didn't
happened
before.
Friday.
You would
Yeah.
definitely have one after coming off of that.
And people, what ended up happening was wherever this park is, they shut the whole park down that day. They're like, yeah, no, we're closing for the day. And they were told they have to stay, you know, they have to stay closed. Well, this particular ride, here's a picture of it right here. See, it looks like one of those
Oh yeah,
things
that's
that
one of
drop
those
down.
that drops. It does
But
drop.
how did they get upside down?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's like one of those that, you know, it's real tall up in the air.
It's not made to flip.
No, so that's spooky.
See, that's why I don't know.
I
My
don't
days
know.
of riding stuff like that
Same.
are
I
well
agree.
over.
I used to be a Carowinds, you know, roller coaster riding fool when I was a kid, you know, and now I'm done. I'm over it. It makes my head hurt, and maybe it's just because I'm so old now.
My daughter,
but-
when she was
yeah.
little, of course, we took her to Disney,
Yeah.
like we all do. And my husband was like, "Oh, we need to get on Space Mountain
I
because
love
I've
Space
heard
Mountain.
so much about this." I didn't know it was a roller coaster ride.
Oh, Oh, you didn't?
I know. And we took our daughter, I think she was about 5 years old at the
Mhm.
time. We took her on there with us. I'm going to tell you what, when we got done with that, I was just like, I will never do this again.
Mhm.
I did not know. And it scared her so bad. I mean, she was
'Cause it's
traumatized
inside,
for a
it's
while.
dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
It whips you all around. It
does
throws
whip you.
you everywhere.
Yeah.
I was like, done.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good ride. But some of this, first of all, I don't do carnivals at all because they take down setup. I just think that's an accident waiting to happen. Carowinds, I mean, I grew up going there.
Yes.
You know, it was 2.5 hours from my house. I mean, we went there constantly. Right, you know, Thunder Road and White Lightning, which is not even there anymore. The Gold Rush was my favorite. I rode loved them all.
Did you ever go to the ones in Busch Gardens? They used to
Yes.
have that big bad wolf.
Mhm. Yes.
Oh, I rode that.
I did too. And one was enough for me. And I was an adult. You know, Megan was probably 5. So, yeah. No, I'm just, my riding days are done. I mean, I'll ride something tame with my grandson, and thank God he's not really tall enough or brave enough to ride anything that flips. I think he'd fall out. I mean, he's just so small.
About 3-4 years ago, when the fair was called off here in Nassau County,
Mhm.
but a venue
I went
area,
there. Yes.
had the fair out there.
And I rode the droppy thing there.
I didn't
This
ride that
video
one,
me
but
on
the
that
one with
thing.
the boat that goes.
I did that
rocks
one
up.
too, like a fool. Yeah.
I did that, like you said, like a fool.
Yes, that was.
I believe
what was
there
I
may be
thinking?
video out
There's
there.
video of me on that one and the drop thing because my grandson was too small to ride it. He's downstairs cheering me on actually in the video, and I rode it like 3 times with a friend.
3 times.
I know it was because my grandson, Nana, ride it again. So what does Nana do? Okay, but you know, and the worst part about that ride, it's not the fall; it's the anticipation before they drop you. You know, you're sitting there, you can see, you know, your feet are dangling. You're looking out over, you know, you can see over tops of trees.
You just don't know when you're going to drop.
And you don't know when you're going to drop. It's that anticipation. That's what gets you. It's not the drop. The drop I was cool with that. It's that.
My
initial.
anticipation was feeling like I was going to die. That was my
It was rough,
anticipation.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
agree. So that was a good thing. And then we've got some other news. So this past weekend in the Sneads Ferry area, there were some people protesting, and
Really? I missed
there were
that.
complaints of them going up to people's cars. I'm like, look,
Oh.
if you want to protest something,
Don't be coming to
whatever,
my
but don't
car.
come up to your car and don't come up to my car because I'm gonna hurt your feelings very quickly. I'm just saying. I think that sets up potential for dangerous situations. I mean,
Right.
traffic at the beach now anyway is bad.
Yes.
People are backed up. People's tempers get heated as they're sitting in that line of traffic to get onto Topsail. Last thing somebody wants is somebody trying to shove their views down your throat, no matter
Oh,
what
seriously?
they are.
Yes. Do you know what they were protesting?
Yes, I do. I will tell you off the air.
You can't share it?
Well, I can, I guess, if you want me to. LGBTQ and abortion.
Okay. So they were against it or
Yes,
for
they were
it? They were
against it.
against it.
Mhm.
So the anti.
The anti.
I get
Yeah.
you. Where was this group from? I mean, that's the
Don't
first
know,
time I've
just
even heard
pop-up
of it.
people, I guess. And I honestly thought that, and it got me thinking, and I meant to ask Robin and I didn't. Doesn't the county, and this is a question because I literally don't know the answer, doesn't the county don't you have to have a permit to protest? I don't know if I'd call that a protest, but to assemble?
Yes. My understanding is yes.
And, you know, I had a few people say they
May
had
be wrong.
that they had contacted law enforcement and said, quote, law enforcement didn't do anything. I think, you know, the issue, I think for some people of the contacting law enforcement was the walking in through the traffic and going up to the cars.
And that's how people get
And that's
hit.
a good way to get your butt beat right there.
Yes, it
I mean,
is.
seriously. So, I mean, especially and sometimes people that protest for whatever cause they have, they are very respectful of others. But other people protest and they absolutely, you know, try to shove their views down your throat and make you think how they feel, start to argue
Right.
with you. That's what you run into. So, I mean, that's a problem. Your phone is acting out.
I was trying to bring up some breaking news right here, and it started
turn your
playing.
volume down.
I did. It won't stop. Wait a minute. I got it now.
Okay. But yeah, so I
Anyway.
mean, I think that this is an issue, and I don't know if this is going to be an ongoing thing out there. But what I'm here to tell you, if I'm sitting in traffic in the beach, hot, trying to get there, etc., the last thing I want is somebody coming up to my car with whatever their issue is. Because, like I said,
It's bad enough having
Yeah.
to wait in traffic around here, but if I was down there, and right now they're saying that the lines are long in
Yes.
Surf City, like you've got to go through that roundabout. Traffic is backed up. That roundabout to me was a bad design.
I
My
agree.
opinion.
I think it's a bad design.
My
but-
opinion. You
but-
see cars and trucks towing, with boats on trailers, and they're having to make such tight turns, and a lot of them are going up over the concrete median up there just to get out. My opinion, badly designed.
I agree with that. And then, I think if you're going to go to the beach, you honestly need to go early.
Yes.
My daughter's father-in-law is down here from up north for a week. And so my grandson, son-in-law, and all them and all the other kids, because all the kids live here, are there so my grandson's in his glory right now because he's at the beach every day because they have a beach house and that's where they're staying for the week. But the traffic was bad. Yeah. Nope. Y'all
Yeah,
can
that's
keep that
like
traffic.
usually when I go. It's early in the morning.
And
early,
you have to go early. Yeah.
and then I'm gone by noon.
Yeah. I mean, go there, get it. Oh, my grandson was in the water yesterday at 8:30 in the morning.
Really?
He's so excited. Yes.
Aw.
Yeah. So
I was just reading Toyota recalls over 100,000 trucks, Lexus SUVs over possible debris in engine.
wait,
That's what
did
was
you
just
say
breaking.
debris in the engine?
Yeah, tell me explain how that happens.
Well, how did that not noticed? Don't they inspect? I mean, isn't that a thing?
And they say the engines in some model years of 2022, 2023 Tundra and LX vehicles may have machine debris that was not cleared during production. The debris may cause the engine to knock, run rough, fail to start, or lose power. That's not good.
Well, I mean, the knocking, okay, I get it. The whole losing power thing, that might be a problem.
Yes, especially in those Lexuses. Says
Yeah.
the company that is said that is currently developing the remedy for the issue and plans to alert owners of the affected vehicles by late July. Does that mean they're going to have to go into the main engine to clean it? That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, yeah. What are you supposed to not drive it? I mean, I don't know how that works, but
Well, I guess you take your chance.
Hmm.
A vehicle loss of motive power while driving at higher speeds can increase the risk of a crash. No kidding. Okay. I'll tell you, it's always something.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm glad I haven't gotten any recalls. But I don't drive a Toyota or a Lexus, but that's a lot to deal with.
I agree with that too.
I think the only thing that both you and I have had to do is just go in and get chips installed that weren't with the vehicles when we purchased them
Correct.
because of the shortage.
That was
and-
a shortage issue. That wasn't, yes.
Right.
I mean, that was something no one could do anything about. Yeah.
I mean,
we
but
had-
the vehicles,
Yeah.
everything was fine. It's
yeah, we just need
those
that little
little
extra
extras.
chip. Something like, we didn't know. I didn't notice the difference before or after. So I don't know what that chip did, but okay. Yeah. So, all right, let's take a break and do some weather when we get back. We're live in local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. We'll be right back.
For all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solitech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. That's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023. 3 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997. With locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
Summer vacation season is here, and if your plans include hitting the road to do some traveling, then make sure to visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle. A trip to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind, with the best value on all name brand tires, and the largest selection of used tires in the area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. And one is really nice is there's no long wait time. Silent Service Center knows you are busy and will have you back on the road in a hurry. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. The excitement of baseball has arrived in Jacksonville with the Jacksonville Ospreys Summer Collegiate Baseball Team. Playing their games in inaugural season at Jack Emmia Park in Jacksonville. Bring your family and friends. Catch the fun with games, promotions, and special events. Grab season passes at JacksonvilleOspreys.com. Tickets just $10 at the gate. This summer, swing on over and score some fun with your own Jacksonville Ospreys.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, and we are back, ready to do some weather. Take it away, Lee.
Yeah, let's go ahead with the marine forecast, which is brought to you by Community Prevention Services. Counselors are available for consultation, evaluation, and recommendations that can help you with a wide variety of issues. As you would expect, PTSD diagnosis is not unusual in this area. We have a large population of military personnel here, and we seem to be in never-ending wars like no time we've had in the past. Post-traumatic stress can be a thing for those who deal with life and death situations every day. We always think of emergency responders, firefighters, EMS personnel, law enforcement officers, but consider medical personnel, especially those who work in the emergency departments. If you've been in a wreck or an industrial accident, even if you've witnessed such an incident, you may have lingering effects. Sometimes those effects can result in PTSD. It can have major adverse effects on your family life, cause problems on your job, and actually cause medical issues that you may not initially recognize as being stress-related. That's one reason you need to share everything with your primary care physician. That might be able to treat the physical part of the issue, and chances are, if they're fully informed, they'll refer you to experts in that area. But you don't have to wait for that. You can call Community Prevention Services right here in Jackson. Counselors are trained to recognize symptoms of PTSD as well as other causes of stress. Call them today, 910-353-0972. They'll schedule an appointment so you can get on the road to reducing your stress levels, whatever the cause. You, your family, your friends, and coworkers will be glad you did. Today, offshore, a great start to the week. East winds 5 to 10 knots, increasing 10 to 15 knots in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Sounds and rivers with a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Tuesday, east winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, sounds and rivers with a moderate chop. And Wednesday, east winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet, sounds and rivers with a moderate chop.
Today it'll be sunny, high of 88. We could have some gusts as high as 16 miles an hour today. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 64. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 86 and still gusty. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, low of 65. And on Wednesday, which actually happens to be Juneteenth, it's mostly sunny, high of 87, and we still got some gusts out there.
We're going to have to talk about Juneteenth. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll get it all ready.
All right, we have a caller. Good morning, caller. Who's this? Hold on.
Hold on. We'll see if we can get rid of that squeal. All right. Well, we may have to hang up and call back.
Call back.
You can. All right, caller, just go ahead and call us
Yeah,
back.
just call us right back. It's some kind of feedback.
Do you have pet insurance for your pets?
No.
Well, this one story I'm reading about, Christy Keefe, she's been paying $600 a month in pet insurance premiums to insure her dogs for years and bumped that up to more than $700. This is monthly? Recently to add coverage for her 4-year-old Silken Windhound, Pip.
What the heck is that?
I don't know. But a few weeks ago, the protection plan for her pets came unraveled when Nationwide Insurance announced it would cancel coverage for about 100,000 pets across the community, blaming the rising cost of veterinarian care and other factors that are cutting into the profits of its pet insurance business.
Well, I've seen some of the reason why I don't have pet insurance because I've seen some of those plans and you pay an awful lot of money and not get much.
Well, I have, mine's not really an insurance, it's just a health plan that I have through the place I go to. And I make a monthly payment. It totals about $105 for the cat and dog. But this entitles them to 2 visits a month to the vet, 2 visits a year to the vet for a full checkup, includes all their shots, and once a year dental cleaning. But it also includes any emergencies I might have where I have to take them into the vet. There's no office fee for that. The only thing I would pay for is like medication if they needed it. But that's at a reduced price. And their heartworm and flea medication is included in that monthly fee. You know, that is expensive
That's
stuff.
expensive. That's a good deal right there.
But yeah, I mean, I've had animals, like I had one little dog one time that punctured his eye, and I took him in many times, and they ran tests, and they did this serum type to put in his eye, which saved his eye. But the only thing I ever paid was just for medication. I didn't have to pay for the extra office visits. So it's a very good plan, but I don't know that I would want to do the health insurance. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
But I feel for these people that are paying for that, and now they're going to get canceled.
Well, if I'm paying for all that too and I can't get what I need, I mean, that's just not good at all. So, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's hard. But, you know, I mean, it makes me feel good, though, to see people that do take care of their dogs.
Oh, I take care of my dog now. My Jack gets top-notch care.
Yes, mine do too.
I mean, you know, and it's treating him as not cheap. I had to pay $160 just for some medicine for him week before last. So,
Well, see, that's what I like about my pet plan. If they have to have something that's other than what they would normally be getting, I get that at a reduced rate. So I do save a lot of money with this pet plan. You've got to be willing to make a monthly payment, but $100 a month for what all they get. I think they're, oh, you about dropped your egg. Breakfast almost hit the floor. And we have a caller. Try it again one more time. See if we can get them to come through. I don't know. I think we have issues with that phone line. I think
gonna
it
be
may be a
feedback. I don't know.
marketer too. Yeah, I think it's a marketer.
Let's see. Caller, are you there?
Hello?
Hey, who is this?
Yes, hello, this is Carol. I'm speaking to Zelda.
No, you've called a radio station. This is WSME.
Yeah, you're actually on the air right now. Yeah, I think that's what the problem was.
Yeah.
She's on speakerphone, and I kind of think that's who it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Tell us your story about your ghost visitors this weekend.
That was awesome. So my daughters and I, and my daughter's best friend, who was technically my third daughter, we did a ghost hunt. It's called Haunted Rooms at the Bellamy Mansion in Wilmington this weekend. We were there from 8 p.m. till 2 a.m. They give you EMF equipment.
Get what?
EMF equipment. For
EMF?
the electric magnetic field.
Oh,
stuff
yes,
to
okay.
Catch up like sounds and voices and that
Right.
kind of thing. You have to bring your own flashlight, which we did. We brought little small powerful
Bringing
ones.
a spotlight.
Well, the ones we had were pretty, very bright. So we all did that. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. It was very interesting, and they talked a little bit initially about the history of the house, which I already knew because I'd had a class on it many years ago in college on the history of Wilmington because I was a history major at UNCW.
Right.
So I had taken a tour of the house quite a number of times. But you got to go, you had the run of the whole house from the basement all the way up to the little cupola above the children's floor, which is at the top. I mean, it's hot up there, there's no air. And I don't know back in, the 1800s how they lived and slept in. I can't sleep in hot. And it was miserable. It was hot. And, periodically we would go outside and, for water and stuff like that. It was very interesting. And we even got to go they have a slave quarters there on this side as well. We got to go in there, but it was a lot of fun. And some people do a lot of ghost hunts. They had gone in, they came bringing their own top of the line equipment. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was very interesting. A lot of creepy sounds, things picked up on recording. I have some recordings and stuff. We actually are going to do the battleship later on this year.
Oh, that'll be fun.
They've got one coming up.
Creepy.
At the end of this month. It'll be too hot this time of year. Yeah.
The air conditioned down in the ship itself.
There's no air.
You're going to go to the railroad and see if you can see the Mako light?
I don't know about that.
Oh, that's the one where, let me see. That was a passenger. Let me see. I lost it already. But yeah, the Mako light, that's out of Wilmington, and that's where supposedly well, let me go back to it. I had the facts for you right here. It's spooky. It's spooky. Some claim they can still see the ghost as a decapitated man who was decapitated when the train hit him. And there's people who swear that at night they can still see the light. Let's see if I can bring that story
The
up.
one that they do one I would love to go to. It's in at the Missouri State Penitentiary.
Oh,
They
no.
do that one. Would absolutely love to go to that one. And then they got the battleship coming up. And the Bellamy Mansion, of course. I think they're gonna do that one again.
Well, they have a new one now here in Swansboro. I want to go check that one out.
That's different. That's just a walking thing. This is where you actually go into the building and you can go in rooms by yourself. The one in Swansboro is just a walk.
Yes.
This is $100 and something. I mean, it's like very intense.
Well, here it is about a Mako light. I found it. The Mako light was supposedly a light or ghost light occasionally seen between the late 19th century and 1977 along a section of railroad track near the unincorporated community of Mako Station in Brunswick County. Said to resemble the glow from a railroad lantern, the light was associated with a folktale describing a fatal accident which may have inspired tales of similar type around the county. The light was never formally explained, but was often thought to be the result of marsh gas from nearby swamps or the refractions of lights from the highway. The legend is associated with, the tales associated with Joe Baldwin, a train conductor who's said to have been decapitated in a collision between a runaway passenger car or caboose and a locomotive at Macon along the Wilmington and Manchester Railroad in the late 1800s.
Nice. Yeah, the ones here with the haunted rooms, you have to be 18 and above,
right?
And you have to sign a waiver. And the one,
They check you for weapons when you go in?
No, but you won't need that. But yeah, I mean,
take a machete.
But the one at the battleship, it's $129.
Wow.
Yeah,
for one person.
One person. Yeah.
Does it say how long the?
It's 8 to 2 a.m. It's the same.
8 to 2.
8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
It lasts that long?
Yeah, because you're exploring the entire. You've got your equipment. You're exploring these, like I said, and you can go off on your own. This isn't just like a ghost walk where you're walking around. This is actual exploration within dark rooms with equipment. Like you know, you have your equipment. You sit quietly in the dark. I mean, it's that. This isn't like a ghost walk. This is they call it investigations.
Oh, paranormal,
it's like paranormal
investigations.
It's very cool. It was a whole lot of fun. Creepy at times. There was a lot of creepiness. Once a bell went off, freaked everybody out. Yeah, it rang 11 times. It was kind of creepy. But yeah,
can they hear you talk when you're in there? The people that are
the other people?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and they would tell you. Did
you hear any bad language during the night?
No. One guy just went outside. Some lady got sick and like felt like she was going to throw up, and yeah, but it was also hot. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, we have a caller, and I think it might be Bill. Yeah. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
It is
Well,
Bill.
good morning, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, it is Bill.
How are you?
Yeah, good. I was listening to the part of the introduction where they were saying this, this is when they had brought the Statue of Liberty over from France.
Right.
We had gotten taught when we were kids that it come soon after, not the Civil War, but the Revolutionary War, and it was towed on a big barge by sailing ships. And then the people in the three-cornered hats, they had pictures, paintings of them hoisting it off and making the base for it. And it's funny how different histories change, and how you're taught. Yeah. And I remember that same year we were taught the town library had an older version of like Paul Bunyan, and it had Babe the Blue Whale was his assistant in clearing like Oregon timber and stuff after the war, around the time of the war of 1812, and how he would, the whale would push the timber down along the ocean and push it into ports where they didn't have it. And then the next book, they had replaced it with the one that, and it was very instrumental in keeping the West Coast during the War of 1812, that after we'd gotten the Louisiana Purchase and keeping the British from taking it, that the whale would sink the ships, etc. And then it ended with him dying and being brought up the Snake River to be fed to the Indians. And then the other part, then they came out with a new one that had Babe the Blue Locks, So it was sort of funny just seeing the change in histories, in different books. So, it was. I still remember the pictures of them erecting the the paintings where they were hoisting it off the barge and then putting it up on a pedestal they had made there. But in the paintings of how they had brought it across the ocean with 6 or 8 ships on both sides, 4 on each side or 3 on each side, pulling the barge by sail, and bringing it to New York to hoist it in place. So, if it did happen back then, that would be, quite an engineering feat to get it across the ocean and then a tough maritime feat there, and then get it and erect it, in place or lift it and put it on the pedestal, however they did it.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful statue.
I've always wondered how they got that thing across the ocean without any mishaps. Very, very awesome that they managed to do that.
I think like Rayford was reading this morning, it came in pieces and then they had to put it together. So
Yeah. And again, it was
cool.
a lot different than we were taught when I was a kid. That they, the whole thing was built in France and put on a barge and towed over, then lifted off. And they presented to us that it was like in the 1700s, soon after we had gained our independence and, gotten assisted by France, that we had been given that statue by them. To show, the British.
Yeah, the idea of the statue was in 1865, and it was to commemorate the upcoming centennial of the U.S. independence in 1870. The perseverance of American democracy and the liberation of the nation's slaves. So.
Yeah, it was right after the Civil War.
Right.
1865. And they had built the Eiffel Tower in 1864.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was part of the World's Fair there.
They was building
That was
all
a big
kinds of
thing to
stuff.
have it. Yeah, that was the first display of a elevator to bring everybody to the top. They had a big steam engine that, turned the winches that then brought people to the top, and then ways of reversing it, etc. So, it was funny though, just the different presentations, that you get at different times of your life, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's just so much history in our country.
There is a lot.
And it's fascinating. Even though you learn it in school, a lot of it you forget the details as such. I'd like to have just a week to go back to D.C. and visit all the museums and like the Smithsonian. Oh my
I love
gosh.
the Smithsonian. Yeah,
I'd love to go to Raleigh and visit the state museums there. I just don't know if it's safe to go anymore.
I don't know about that, but we got to take a break too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Bill. Thanks for
Bill,
calling.
thank you. I looked at the clock and we're way behind. But thanks for calling
Is
in.
anybody still on? Anybody seen any sales for Moon Rocks lately?
No, have not.
No.
I don't want to buy any, but never know. But I'm sure we'll see some.
Yeah, I remember when they were saying that might have been the source of HIV. Don't buy anymore.
Oh, I definitely don't believe that.
Don't believe anything you read on the internet.
Well, I didn't either, but that was one of the creepy
Okay.
stories.
We got to go, Bill. We're running late, but thank you for
Bye,
calling.
Bill. Thank you. All right, we're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
WSME.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro can save you money on your automobile insurance with new options that are. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-46-6384.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand-selected, and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, Zeke will finance most anybody. Great selection, great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends.
Call today, 910-355-7066.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway is Jacksonville's oldest tire company, and now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, B.F. Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost down the street, Main Street in Maysville, on your way to and from the beach. Value pack, fresh ground round is only $4.79 a pound. You get a 16-ounce package of Oscar Mayer meat wieners for just $1.99. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.99 a pound. Boneless chicken thighs are only $2.99 a pound. How about T-bone steak? Great for the grill, just $8.99 a pound. Boneless New York strip steak is only $12.99 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, Main Street in Maysville, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and chicken. Over in produce, whole Athena cantaloupes, just $2.99 each. You get 2 pints of sweet blueberries for $5. Sweet and juicy Eastern peaches, just $1.49 a pound. Fresh strawberries, only $2.99 for a 1 pound package, and russet baking potatoes, only 99 cents a pound. And you get 2 6-packs of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for $9. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, down the street, where good things cost less. Main Street in Maysville, on your way from the beach. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
We're going to go ahead and take our other break now. We'll be right back.
WSME.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control from traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control, premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available, and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint it, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910 480-347-2033.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right.
All right, I got
We
the
are back.
latest on that brush fire.
Do it.
In Carteret County.
Mhm.
This was just posted. It's, of course, it's a brush fire that sparked the evacuation of residents and scorched over 100 acres of land. And right now they're saying that the latest update from the North Carolina Forest Service is the blaze is 0% contained and has burned at least 165 acres. Bad thing is there's very little rain chances until this coming weekend.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yes.
It's very, very, it's dry, it's hot.
Right.
It's breezy.
This is the one time where we need those afternoon thunderstorms.
And-
Just a gush of rain.
And if you looked outside the past few days in the afternoons, it has literally looked like it is about to rain. And
Yes.
it's just like the clouds are teasing us. They just float away.
I was
with
at
no rain.
I was at an event Saturday. It's outdoors, and we kept looking at the skies. They said it was pouring rain 5 miles from us, but it looked like at any moment we were going to get washed out.
And nothing.
Never a drop.
No, not a drop.
Weather is so strange, but I find weather so fascinating.
I do too.
And I love following it.
Mhm.
And I think I've mentioned before that I've been following storm chasers on YouTube channels.
Yes.
And my favorite is Reed Timmer. If you want to get your adrenaline up,
That guy, I mean,
he's got this
he has got
Ford
nerves of steel.
F-250
Yes.
that he's had remade,
Mhm.
and it looks like a on the street.
Yeah.
And he's got it where such he can actually sit and let the tornado come at
I
him.
know. I've seen him do that stuff. and
He
I-
hits a
this guy's
button
creepy.
and the vehicle goes
It
down to the
anchors
ground.
into the
And then he's got another button where these great big stakes come out from underneath and goes into the ground to anchor him.
Yeah.
And he has actually sat through tornadoes. My heart's beating so hard watching him. And I think he'll be back on tonight, and then they're going to take a rest for a while. But because the tornado peak in the western part of the country is just about over with. I mean, they'll still have,
Yeah, they'll have
but he
some,
also
yeah.
does hurricanes and stuff.
Yeah.
I have to give him kudos, but he's learned a lot about tornadoes
Mhm.
and what makes them, go. And I've learned a lot about clouds just watching him.
Clouds are so cool.
Yes, the different type of clouds
Yeah.
and how to tell if a tornado. You can see a rotation in the clouds. And it has to do a lot with the back winds. And I've learned a lot, and I find it so fascinating.
It's very fascinating. And I mean, I have such respect for those guys that are storm chasers because, I mean, between them and the hurricane hunters that fly into that, oh,
Right.
no. Yeah.
Well, Reed is like the Jim Cantori
yes.
of tornadoes. You've got Jim who does the hurricanes,
Yeah.
and Reed also does hurricanes too. But like if you see Reed
If you
coming
see
down
Reed,
the street,
you need to find your
you
your
need to go
shelter.
ahead and get in your
Yes,
shelter.
I
Just
agree
like
with that.
when we see Jim
Well, yeah.
Cantori, it's time to go get the bread and milk.
When Jim comes to town, you've got a problem.
Yes, yeah.
So, but I mean, that guy, I've seen that guy on YouTube. He is
Awesome.
Mhm.
He's wacky. And I will tell you what, he is awesome. And I have to tell you real quick, there's another guy that I love to watch on YouTube that does breaking news. He's so good because he's unbiased. He's very objective. He will not put something on there unless he's fact checked it yet. And lots of times you're going to hear what he's got to say before you see it on the national news. But yesterday he does a little odd videos every now and then. And I always thought the guy was kind of geeky, in his actions, but he's very smart. He used to write for Jerry Seinfeld too.
okay.
But yesterday I was watching him. He was doing a video. I was like, okay, what's he doing? He was putting a patio umbrella together for his little table. I had to turn it off. He's like, well, I don't know how to put it together. Should I put water in the base first, or should I try to put this pole? And I was like, are you serious?
Oh my
Man
See?
is so intelligent when it comes
That's
to
a
others.
crying shame
He
right
couldn't
there.
put an
Common
umbrella
sense.
together. Anyway, crazy.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time to go. And I
Yes,
want
it
to thank
is.
everyone for hanging in there with us.
And please drive
yeah.
careful, Rayford.
Yeah. Rayford, drive carefully on your
Oh,
journey.
that's right.
today.
Watch out for the crazy drivers.
Yeah. And for those of you that are going to be outside, please take care. It's going to be
Drink a lot of
warm. It's
water.
very humid out. Please, please, please make sure your pets have shelter.
Yes.
And water. And food for that matter, but definitely water. It's hot.
Yes.
Don't leave your pet out in the hot sun. If
No.
you are, you're a jerk and I hate you. So, but,
Yeah. What she said.
all right, everyone, have a great day. We will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. This is Live and Local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Have a great day.
WSME Camp Lejeune.